No, invece sarebbe venuta Veronica, ma ogni volta ci perdiamo la prossima sarà meglio. Guarda, ieri
Hi, I'm good, Alastair.
Devo mostrare. Brilliant. So just the one adult today?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All of you guys that are coming on the Auckland Dolphin Safari this afternoon, just want to double check that you have come and seen us and you have received a boarding pass. Everyone's checked in? Okay, cool. So what we're going to do this afternoon is we're just going to head through this right-hand door down the ramp. So just be aware that the ramp does shift with the tide. So at the moment it's pretty high, it should be no big deal. But just hang on to all of your possessions, your kids, your strollers, everything. And once we get down the ramp, I don't want you to go straight onto the boat. We're going to go right around the outside of that ramp and line up at the back. I'll show you where to go. But my first mate is going to give you a little bit of a safety briefing before we get on board. So just down the ramp, line up at the back of the boat. All right? Happy with that? Yeah.
Fantastic. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Darren. I'm first mate on MV Dolphin Explorer this afternoon. It's Gary, our skipper. We're going to be off and away in just a very short moment. Now, here's the procedure. To board, head through here and head into the main saloon first. That's your first port of call. Now, if you have bags like that over there, or the duffel bags, or any bag that's going to cause a trip hazard, if it's on the ground or on a seat, taking a room for a passenger, we would like you to put them on the shelves either side of the main saloon. If you wouldn't mind, so they're readily accessible, but yeah, we don't want people tripping over them, or equally, we don't want 3 or 4 bags on a seat where somebody can be sitting, because there's such a big number today. So once you hop into the main saloon, you're free to explore the vessel. We have, it's not called Dolphin Explorer for nothing. We have amazing viewing decks. Once we get out into the ocean, we'll be able to see all sorts of things off the deck. So feel free to roam around the boat. Bathrooms, we have both bathroom facilities on the back there. And yeah, have a great time. I've got to admit, I forgot what I was going to say. Right, anyway, now to board, you have your lanyards on you. What you need to do is, I'm going to stand here, and as you come on board, hand them to me. Nice and simple. One thing to remember before you hop on, that is made of marshmallow. So you don't want to be standing on the black thing. That's called a fender. That's just so we don't shake the foundations when you're back in. So just don't stand on that, just hop straight onto the boat. All good? Any questions? Fantastic. Let's go, guys. So file pass me and pass me your lanyards.
That is a standby voucher, but it does not expire. It is valid for the rest of your life. So sometime in the future, if you have a voucher, you can come back and use it. Everybody happy with those conditions? Yeah. Cool, because I don't think we're going to need any vouchers today. There's beautiful conditions out there, great spotting conditions, and I think we're going to go out there and find these marine mammals. So we're going to get the boat underway. I'll be back to talk to you again very shortly once we negotiate our way out of the viaduct harbour here. I'll be back to talk to you and issue the safety briefing. Thanks very much, guys.
It's under 200 bucks, mate.
Just on our left there, guys, is the Team New Zealand America's Cup base, and I see all their little chase boats are out and about, so that means their boat's probably out and about today, so if we could get a look at that. It'll probably be going about twice as fast as us. Quite amazing, so it will be good if we get to see them out on the water today. No guys, that's not your afternoon wake-up call. We do just sound our ship's horn to let anybody know that we are leaving the Viaduct Harbour, but also to let you guys hear it so that you know what it sounds like if we do have a situation arrive. Stand by. If we do have a situation arise that we need to tell you about, we will sound that horn long and loud to let you know to pay attention. So now guys, it is time for that all-important safety briefing. Every ship, every aircraft must have a safety briefing. So I am going to ask please for your full attention while we have our safety briefing. That means all cell phones down, eyes looking at the crew member in front of you for our safety briefing. There's a lot of talk going on up top here, please. We need full attention for the safety briefing. Thanks. Okay guys, you've already worked out where you can go on the boat. Please feel free to move around the boat at any time, but please remember, we are a boat. We can rock around in the wake of other vessels. Normally though, it's a pretty stable platform. 2 feet on the boat, 1 hand on a rail at all times is a good idea. 3 for the sea, we say. Make sure you are holding on, please. Where not to go. There are some no-go areas on the boat. They are roped off and marked crew only. Please respect the crew only areas. Okay, this is a no smoking, no vaping voyage, guys, and only alcohol purchased on board may actually be consumed on board. Okay, kids, a very special message for all the kids on board. Children, please help me. Mums and dads are not allowed to run on the boat. They're not even allowed to fast walk on the boat, kids, okay? So if you see any adults running or fast walking, you let me know and we will put them in a life jacket for their own safety, okay? Right. The thing is, guys, the same rule applies to the kids. So if we see any children running on the boat or even fast walking, we will have to put a life jacket on you for your own safety. Please don't run or even fast walk on the boat. Okay, the important stuff. If you suddenly find that you're getting very wet and the boat is disappearing in the distance, it probably means that you've fallen off the boat. Just wave a credit card or some cash and we will come back and pick you up. But more importantly, if you see somebody fall off the boat, don't dive for your cell phone to get a selfie of them. Please shout overboard, overboard, overboard as loud as you can and point at them and keep pointing at them until we react to the situation. Remember, on the boat we are our brother's keeper. We must look after each other. Now, life jackets, the very important life jackets. Children's life jackets are stored downstairs, and if needed, the crew will issue the children's life jackets. They must be the right size and the right fit for the particular child. The adult life jackets are stored underneath these seat cushions, both downstairs in the main saloon and also up here in the bridge. Good. Okay, yes, they are listening. That's cool. Okay, see the life jacket that the crew member is holding up there. You see on the front it says the word front, and on the back it says the word front. That's not a trick, guys. It just simply means it doesn't matter which way it goes on. Just put it over your head. You'll see the straps with two loops underneath your arms. Just put your arms through those loops and pull down the straps. Pass them around your back, cross them over, bring them back around to the front and plug them into the receiving clips on the front of the life jacket. It really is that simple. Pull down on the straps nice and hard, make it nice and tight. If you do have to hop in the water, we don't want the life jacket coming off over your head, and we don't want it coming up and giving you an uppercut under the chin either. Now, just because you've got life jackets on does not necessarily mean that we are going to be hopping in the water. It could just be a precautionary measure. This boat floats pretty well. We've got food and hot and cold drinks downstairs. We'll be staying on this boat as long as we can. Only if I decide that the sea is the safer place to be, then I will issue the order to abandon ship. In that case, you will be directed to a certain part of the vessel from where to enter the water. When it's your turn, grab hold of the life jacket at the neck as being demonstrated right now. Pull down tight, tuck your elbows in and take one big step off the boat into the water. Now by then we will have other flotation devices like the rafts up on the roof and the little dinghy that we've got up on the roof. They will also be in the water. We will gather around them, hold hands and sing Christmas songs until somebody comes and picks us up. The nice thing to know about being out in the Hauraki Gulf, guys, is that we are never very far from land. And this boat would go quite well at 20 knots up onto a sandy beach, I can assure you of that if we had to. But also, if we do have to abandon the boat, abandon ship, then there are lots of boats in the Hauraki Gulf that will come to our assistance. Hey, thanks very much for your attention during the safety briefing. Very much appreciated, guys. Now, just for those of you down in economy class on the bow, okay, special message for you guys in economy class. You are in the wet seats. Okay, when we go across the wake of another boat, just like that there, we can get a little bit of splashing. It's only salt water. You're made of salt water, so don't worry too much about it. But sometimes if it's a big wake, it's a bit like a bucket of water. So you have been warned, you might get wet.
Okay.
And also, once we pick up speed to our cruising speed of around 20 knots, which we'll be doing very shortly, your hats and caps are going to want to blow off your head. Please hang on to them nice and tightly. I think we only lost 2 this morning, so that wasn't too bad. But I've just had a look around the boat, and the colours that you're wearing don't suit the Dolphins, okay? So hang on to your hats and caps. There's a big wake coming up right now, so just hold on, everybody. Holding on. Everybody holding on. You're not listening. Gentleman in the straw hat, you're not holding on. Don't have to be brave on this boat, you know. That's fine. Yeah, that's a good option. Good on you. Okay, so hang on to those hats and caps, guys. We are going to go on safari. Let's go. I think we'll go the Rangi Toto channel too. It gets us out into our search area a little bit quicker, and that's what we want to do today. We want to get out there and find some of these beautiful mammals. We've just got to dodge a few of these boats out here though. We can't cut across these fellas. And I'll be back to talk to you again shortly. And of course to the left, a bit more, about 9 o'clock, the Whangaparoa Peninsula. And beyond that, Whangaparoa Bay. Translated from Maori, it means the Bay of Whales. Nobody's told the whales that yet, so we have to go looking elsewhere. Just almost at 12 o'clock now, you can see that island sitting there all by itself with the bit of white cloud above it. That is Little Barrier Island. Over to the right a bit, you can see some, looks like a whole lot of islands right on, oopsie, more water, right on the horizon. Looks like a lot of individual little islands. That is in fact one big island. That is Great Barrier Island. Over to our right there, you can see that land mass over there. That is the mainland again, guys. Underneath that beautiful white cloud. That is the Moahau Range on the Coromandel Peninsula. So we're sort of heading right out into the middle of our main search area now, the Hauraki Golf Marine Park. It is a huge area, 1.4 million hectares. And we'll only be able to search a very small part of that today, but I'm pretty confident that we're going to find some mammals for you. So keep looking. And let us know if you spot something as well. Fantastic conditions out here today, guys. Oops, apart from the odd spray or two. I hope you're enjoying the cruise.
Island of New Zealand. Here in the Gulf, we have identified 2,000 individual resident dolphins, but there's an estimated 10,000, just over 10,000 resident dolphins here in the Gulf, which is an epic number.
Sorry for
They're twisting,
interjecting, Jess. Yeah, look, about 50 metres out in front of us, guys, and you can see the dolphins are just jumping up out of the water out in front of the boat there. We'll just turn around and see if we can just keep very, very slow and just follow these dolphins around a bit. Thanks.
Maybe I'll go. Yeah.
Do we have a few on the under the bow there? Oh yeah, I can see a few jumping up. So because we've been running for almost 20 years on this boat, these guys actually know the sound of our engine. So they know that we like to slow down, and they know that they can come and basically get a free ride off our bow. So they do this by kind of hanging out just on the sides there. You'll see them kind of going right to the very edges. And as it creates a bit of a slip slide for them. Oh, we've got a little baby up the front there as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
How exciting. That's so nice to see.
They're breeding.
So yeah, so it creates a bit of a slip slide for them in our wake, so they can preserve some energy and they get a free ride. So you'll see them kind of rush towards us whenever they hear our engine. That baby looks pretty young to me as well.
Gannets diving directly in front of us, guys. Watch those gannets hit the water.
Boom, boom.
Wow, they're hitting the water at about 150 kilometres per hour.
They seriously not free, huh?
So you'll see the dolphins start to race over there. This is what we call a workup.
Yeah.
They're actually communicating under the water with different clicks and whistles. and they work so well as a team to round up a school of fish into the middle. The gannets are dolphin experts. They are watching constantly the dolphins' behaviours so that they can jump in on the food as well.
I know.
This is David Attenborough stuff, guys. These gannets, as I said, they hit the water at about 150 kilometres an hour, and they are specially adapted for that form of hunting. We're just backing back a bit now. We've got to keep away. These dolphins are feeding, and we cannot interrupt their feeding. Look straight out ahead. Look, 50 metres ahead. Look at those gannets going for it.
Yeah, the point now is you put the line down, you're going to catch fish everywhere.
There's a lot of dolphins in this pond, guys. They are busy. When they stop feeding, they'll probably make it a little bit more interesting to us. Have a look at sort of 1 o'clock now. There's a lot of dolphins in this pond over here. They'll stop feeding now because the gannets are sitting on the surface.
So just as quickly as it starts,
You be careful with that.
it finishes almost as quickly as well. Dolphins are actually opportunist feeders, much like myself, I suppose. If they see food, they will try and eat it.
And then I've seen the baby one, that was amazing. Yeah, the father one, that was the daddy one.
There's that baby again, just off to the right.
There should be a line there saying turn that in video. Make sure you hold it securely.
So dolphins need to eat about 10 to 12% of their body weight every day to maintain their fat on their bodies. Just to put that into perspective, that's about 10 to 12 kilograms of food. So for humans, that would be about 50 Big Mac cheeseburgers every single day. They need to do this because they need to maintain their fat layer. They have the same body temperature as humans, so that's about 37 to 38 degrees Celsius, which doesn't sound like an issue, but imagine being in the water all day, every day. At the moment, this water is probably about 20 degrees Celsius, which doesn't sound too bad again, but all day it can get cold. In winter, the waters out here get down to about 9 degrees, 11 degrees. So they need to make sure that they have a huge amount of fat on their bodies. And they do that by eating lots and lots and lots.
Look at it down here, under here. Look at it running on its side. And this is sitting behind us also. This is boat. Here they come racing towards us, man. They're just cool. It's so cool. Hey, check us out. We're cool. We're cool. They do turn on their sides quite a bit. See them turn, a group I saw was one day we down at Nelson, and there was about 1,000 of them. Just went through, took half an hour for them to sail down the coast. The dolphins, we just sat there for half an hour, watching them go down, jumping about.
More than ever.
Of the dolphins, so we can actually match it to our ID catalogue. And that's actually how we were able to identify over a period of time.
ship.
Really?
Yeah, big trailer. I don't think it's in the market. I think it's out in the market.
Big jump right in front of us. Which is pretty incredible that we can hear it all the way up here.
Are they still food? Pass down this way.
One's breathing in the face.
And then also, did you see it go up the whole Mommy, can you take
The female dolphin. So if you see that, that's them getting it on.
Seen a lot of that.
Yeah, this is definitely an active pod.
Friday night milk.
Quite warm today. It's nice we can go for a swim.
I was just going to talk about these little babies because there's one out on the left and one just out on the right as well. When these babies are in their mother's womb, they actually grow two bits to the side and they fold themselves in half. So when these dolphins are born, they actually have a crease mark from top to bottom, not head to tail, but top to bottom. I'll tell you. We got any Aussies on board? Good. Okay, I can get away with it. These birds, they live in big colonies, sometimes thousands of birds in a colony. And when the young chicks are about, or do leave the nest, one of their very first flights is all the way across the Tasman to Australia. So they fly all that way to Australia, They do a little bit of growing up in Australia, and then they realise that Australia is full of Australians, so they fly all the way back to New Zealand again. Incredibly astute birds.
Couple more coming in front of us. They should be coming up to the bow. Yeah, there they are.
Daddy, did you see the bird? It was running on the water.
We're going to say goodbye to this pot of dolphins too now. It just gives you an idea of the health of our Hauraki Gulf, the water in our Hauraki Gulf, to have this much marine life right here on our doorstep. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to head back sort of in the direction of Auckland, not directly, because we want to cover some ground that we haven't covered yet, because we're still looking to see what else we can find. So we'll just let these dolphins move off to our left there, heading off in their direction, doing what they want to do. Come out to view marine wildlife in their environment. And what a fantastic day we have had, guys. We had dolphins galore, we had little dolphins, we had teenage dolphins, we had adult dolphins. We came across 2 species of dolphins, and those gannets, and those feeding gannets, what an amazing sight that is. You may have seen that on the David Attenborough show when he did the salmon run down the coast of South Africa, and they filmed all that action from underwater. Absolutely amazing. If you get the chance to have a look at it, go back and have another look. Now, it is said that good, positive people generate good, positive experiences. And you guys have been absolutely fantastic today. It's not hard to see that Darren and who have we got? Darren and Jess and Kirsty and I, we really love our job, guys. We really enjoy what we do. But what makes our job even more enjoyable is when we get a fantastic group of people on board the boat like you guys have today. Thank you very much. To those of you from Auckland, congratulations. I love it when locals come out to see a little bit more of their own backyard. Tell all your friends about it. Tell them how good it is. Go on Facebook and Twitter and all those other sites. There they are, just washing down the Team New Zealand race boat up on the wharf there, lowering the mast. This is the part of the safari that makes you feel real important, because all those people over there on that walkway have got to stop and wait for us. Isn't that cool? Get a good look at the foils underneath the boat there.
Boats, boys. Let's give the team a round cheer. Yeah, they're going to win the America's Cup for us. There you go. Oh, it's Miss Happy.